Hi. So in this video, let's analyze why Mercury is exalted in Virgo. Right. So Mercury is the only planet which gets exalted in a sign which it itself owns. Right. So what is Mercury? So I think all of you know that Mercury is the sign of calculations, transactions, mathematical ability, communication, right? So we know what the planet Mercury, and it signifies rational intelligence, the intelligence which can be coded. So the word code is very important, right? So Mercury is the intelligence which says that if a is equal to 3, then 2a is equal to 6, because that is logic. It's not, in wherever you go, whichever part of the world you go, if a is 3, 2a has to be 6, because it's a very rigid set of coded language. So hence all computer programming and coding, right, the system of writing a coding and a computer code and a program also comes under the auspices of the planet Mercury, right? And what is Virgo? Virgo actually is Virgo again is the sign of, as David Cochrane says in one of his video, Virgo is the sign of, basically it's a platonic sign. It is anti-emotion, if I have to say, right? It doesn't take any emotion into considerations. It just works by cold and pure logic, right? I think the person who came up with the phrase, if one person dies, it's an event, and if 1 million people die, it's a statistic, I think would have had probably some kind of Virgo energy, because Virgo is like that. It sees everything as statistics, numbers, it sees returns, and hence its association with cold, rational businessmen. That's why the word cold and rational come in, because these are all anti-emotion, right, and anti-feeling. They just go by solid logic, right? And among the two signs that Mercury owns, which is Gemini and Virgo, Gemini is the part of Mercury which is a seller. If I have to say one word, Gemini is the seller, is the sales executive. Virgo is the mathematician. I think in simple words, you just underplay the logic and you will actually see all these energies coming out. So hence Gemini is associated with sales, marketing, business planning, and business planning in terms of strategy, that is media, communication, all those things where a story has to be told in a very what do you call, a story has to be told in a very convincing way, in a charismatic way. Virgo, again, mathematician. So things like maths, chartered accountancy, account record keeping, account keeping, deep statistics, all these come under Virgo, right? So Mercury, it exalts. So here again, it's a very philosophical question as to why our ancient seers have given the exaltation sign to Virgo rather than Gemini. More on that would be clear in the next video when we discuss why Venus debilitates in Virgo. But let's just say that our ancient seers considered that Mercury is best functioning in Virgo, where it can show its fullest potential, right? Exaltation is something where you show the full potential, right, of what you possess. So in Gemini, although Gemini is a talker and writer and it can convey ideas, in Virgo it takes it up a notch. It does very deep analysis and is able to ascertain that this is right and this is wrong, and hence the big hype and the craze around big data these days, right? A lot of a lot of investments have gone into big data by companies, where they analyze a lot of heavy duty data and they come out with insights from data rather than anecdotal evidence, which is about Gemini. So Gemini energy, say a salesman coming and saying, I think this SKU sells like hotcakes in Diwali and we should stock up more on this. Virgo is like the analytics department doing a thorough statistical analysis and trying to take past records into consideration and showing a spike of this particular stock or this particular product selling more when there is Diwali. And hence you see Virgo is more convincing to a manager than Gemini, because when he sees the data, you are more convinced that okay, this is right, I think I can go ahead with this decision. Okay, so hence I think you can understand why Mercury exalts in Virgo, because here it takes it up a notch. It takes the anecdotal evidence given by Gemini, but it does very very rigorous analysis to prove its point via Virgo. Thank you. In case of consultations, do WhatsApp me at 9704 010475. Country code India +1, +91, sorry. Thank you. Bye.